Join the root chakra activation. Click the link in my bio or description. It's going to be available Sunday, December 3rd. It's going to be live with Q&A. We have done this before. I think this is our third circuit of going through the chakras one by one, and we start with the root chakra first and foremost. So click the link in the description or the bio. Look for the root chakra guided class or whatever. Sign up. Take part of it with us December 3rd. So, Isaiah 59 verse 2 says, "But your sinful acts have alienated you from your God." And I really need you to pay attention to the words that are being said in this verse. Main word that I want you to look at is the word your. Possessive word, right? Your God, your sinful acts. In this verse, in the Bible, is talking about having a sincere need to do shadow work. Why? Because if you don't do shadow work, you're not even fixated and focused on what? Your sinful acts, right? Meaning that most people think, and this is natural, even I do this, I am perfect. I make no mistakes. That is a sinful act within itself. If you can't come to the conclusion or to the agreement that you fucked up and not even that you fucked up and you need to make atonement or make amends. Say, for instance, you fucked up, but you don't know why you fucked up, right? You fucked up. You don't know why you fucked up. Therefore, you don't search and seek out why you fucked up. What you do, you just act like you haven't fucked up. Shadow work is saying, why did I fuck up? That's two. Number one is, I actually did fuck up. I fucked up. Why did I fuck up? If you not coming like that in your relationship with your husband, if you not coming like that in your relationship with your wife, if you not coming like that in your relationship with your girlfriend, if you not coming like that with the relationship for your boyfriend, let me tell you, you are a horrible partner. Because when it comes to relationships and building with partners, it's filled with fucking up. The problem is when y'all get on the internet, get on TikTok, start talking about how your nigga ain't shit. You don't have time to point the fingers. You never have enough time to point the fingers. So even if your nigga ain't shit, you don't have enough time to talk about him not being shit because you have your own sinful acts that you haven't got clear with even to why you even fucking do it. So since you don't want to get clear with why you are a fucked up boyfriend, a fucked up husband, you can't get clear on that. So the only thing you can do is start talking about how your wife, your girlfriend, your baby mama ain't shit. But you don't have enough time on Al Gore's internet to start talking about, even if, right, she flattened your tires, she bleached your clothes. You don't have enough time to point fingers at her. We don't have enough time to point fingers at our mamas, daddies, our kids, and all of our relationships. We are the fucked up person. Now, shadow work is your ability to get clear on A, I fucked up. B, why did I fuck up? Because 10 times out of 10, I'm going to tell you why relationships is going to be hell and always will be hell. You want to get into a relationship, it's like saying you want to go to hell. Why? Because a motherfucker not going to say, boy, I'm fucking up with this nigga. I am really fucking up with this man. Let me get on track with this man. Let me get on track with this woman. What they gonna say? They either gonna ghost you, they're gonna project, or they're gonna suppress and repress. Meaning that, how you doing, babe? Oh, I'm good. How you doing, babe? Oh, I'm good. How you doing, babe? Oh, I'm good. 10 years later, I wish I had a SpongeBob. 10 years later, come back. For 10 years, I've been in this relationship and I've been suffering. Bitch, every time I asked you how you been doing, you said you was good. How you doing today? Oh, I'm fine. How you doing? You supposed to know that if I say that I'm fine, I'm really not fine type shit. Like, girl, boy, what the fuck is happening here? Everybody gonna come into the relationship perfect. And when everybody come into the relationship perfect, the relationship have nothing to do with God. It have everything to do with your ego. What is a relationship in alignment with God? Boy, oh boy, I'm fucked up. I am fucked up. It's really weird how you even in my presence right now. I'm working on me super hard. Oh, baby, don't feel bad. I'm fucked up too. Baby, I don't even know why you in front of me. I need to work on myself. How about me and you work on ourselves in this relationship, heal our connection to our God, get in tune with our God, and if you need me, I got you. If you need me, I got you. Let's do this. It don't make sense for us to come into this relationship pointing the fingers at one another. Why? Because when I point my fingers at you, you get triggered. You start to get into fight or flight. That's sacral chakra. We'll be talking about that in the next month. But we got to get to the root first. We got to get to the root of your alienation from your God. When you are alienated you from your God, it's because of your sinful acts. Now, people will be like, well, what's wrong with me sucking dick? What's wrong with doing 69? That's not the sinful act that we talking about. We're talking about apathy versus enthusiasm. Apathy is a lack of interest, right? You are apathetic when it comes to your soul. You are apathetic when it comes to your ancestors. In simpler terms, you don't give a fuck about this shit for real. You don't give a fuck about your soul. You don't give a fuck about your ancestors. You don't do no fucking altar work. You don't do no fucking offerings. That shit's stupid to you. You don't raise your vibration and frequency. You don't fucking meditate. Them is your sinful acts. You don't feel the vibratory frequency of your soul radiating within your vessel. You don't feel the infinite love, which is you spilling throughout your body through the secretion of positive hormones. These are your sinful acts that have alienated you from your God, your soul, your sinful acts. You have to possess this shit. You have to get into the mirror and say, boy, oh boy, I'm fucking up. Yes, I got my money together. Yes, I got this together. Yes, I got that together. And I might always fuck up because it's easy to forget your soul. This is why we have to be so present and so consecutive and so repetitive when it comes to spiritual knowledge and spiritual wisdom, because we get so caught up and wrapped up in our sinful acts, we alienate ourselves from our soul. We talking about your sinful acts. And it's easy. Listen, shadow work, projection. Like shadow work and an equal sign, projection. Meaning that if I'm not doing shadow work, I'm going to get into a space where I'm going to start pointing the fingers. And in my mind and in my heart, this is a horrible place to be, but I'm just being honest. I can really start to say how this person ain't shit. and that person ain't shit. I will even start writing notes and details and highlights of how this person ain't shit. Only thing, the difference between me is if I catch myself doing it, I know why I'm doing it. What I'm seeing in them is the shit within me that I'm not working on. So just if I see somebody making some money, I'll start going straight into, oh, you know they a scam artist, right? You know they a charlatan. And in my heart and in my mind, I feel validated in that. They only making that money because they lying to people. What does that say about me? It says that I'm not living to my full potential. And because I'm not living to my full potential, the people that are living to their full potential, something must be wrong with them. But shadow work is saying, what the fuck is wrong with me? You get into shadow work enough, you will start to see, oh shit, it's 9.9 billion people. It's 9.9 billion people. So within that 9.9 billion people, it's scammers, it's frauds, it's charlatans, it's false preachers, false teachers. It's they out here. What the fuck do that have to do with me and what I need to do? So what I need to do is I need to get in tune with myself. I'll get in tune with myself, forget that I'm getting in tune with myself, fall asleep, and then the dream come. The dream came last night. The night before last, rather. I went to jail in my dream for 8 weeks. I did 8 weeks hard time in the dream. I remember being in jail for 8 weeks. I remember getting out of jail. When I got out of jail, wasn't nobody there. My girl wasn't there. My kids wasn't there. All I had was like an envelope with my stuff. I left out of jail. I went straight into a home because we actually looking for a home. But after that 8 weeks, I went into a home. Somebody was showing me a home, but it was like one of those things where it was virtual. Not even virtual. You know, you go to a house, they show a house and the real estate agent ain't there and they leave the keys under the mat type shit. So I walk into the house, but I'm on like a landing. When you walk into the house, it's like a landing, and then it's like these white steps that you gotta walk up, and then behind the white steps is like a bookshelf, a flat screen TV. Needless to say, it's a nice ass house, but the door closed behind me, and I felt a presence, and I said, whoa, what the fuck is this? It felt so real, but I didn't see nothing, and I said, what's this? And I heard clear as day, we your ancestors. And I woke up and I was shuddering. I was shooketh. I said, what the fuck was that? And I processed it all. And what I got from the dream, a couple of things that I got from the dream, main thing is that your ancestors always with you, but you don't see them. So you could be going through life struggling, right? Because the ancestors helped me get the house, long story short, right? And the ancestors like, damn, we could have been helped you get a house if you really worked with us like that. It was about 10 ancestors. I felt the presence of like 10 ancestors, but I did not see them. I didn't see them. So what's the rationale? If I don't see my ancestors, they must not be there. And that's cap. That's the biggest load of bullshit you ever been told in your motherfucking life. Because you don't see your ancestors, that they not there. You looking for signs and signals of your ancestors, and you will never get them. You got to start believing in that shit. You got to start imagining and feeling that presence. Meaning that you can't be thinking about your bills and your nigga and your hoes and your vacations. All of that winds you up. You can't be so caught up in your needs and desires Because when you caught up mentally on the things that's happening that you can see, the things you can't see, such as your ancestors, your soul, your spirit guides, your guardian angels, the demonic entities that's coming in your life to tear you down, you can't fucking see them because they not visible. They invisible, meaning visible within through your clarity, nigga. You got to be so clear out here in this streets, out here in this world, that the only thing you are able to perceive and feel is those spirits, those ancestors, that soul. You feel that shit first before you deal with anything. So I woke up renewed and reinvigorated. I tend to forget that my ancestors is with me because I don't see them. And I went a long time not really. I go through the motions with shit sometimes. I light a candle. I'll burn some herbs. I've been doing this shit for years. So sometimes I just do this shit. I don't even be really feeling that shit for real. To be honest, I just be doing it. Let me light a candle. Let me burn some incense. You got to stop for a second. Don't get into the minutia of, you said do altar work, so I did altar work. No, you got to do altar work because you feel the ancestors. You got to do it to the level where you feel this shit. It got to move all through you. You got to get into the space of, okay, my root chakra is activated. I am in tune with this shit. I am one with the universe. I am God. Because your soul is a fragment of God. You are your soul. You are the same modality as God. God has to come through a human vessel. So you find God within yourself in this human life. Magnetize the divine spark within yourself. This is being close to your God. But anything that pulls you away from what I just said is sinful. Even if it's making money, even if it's survival, even if your baby daddy and baby mama want you to do it, even if you got a lot of clout and success doing what you're doing, if it doesn't bring you closer to your soul, it's sinful. And the reality, and I'm grateful. I'm very grateful that my soul and my ancestors have not rejected me and have not turned on me, right? But I do understand why they haven't listened to my prayers. Listen to this. Your sins have caused him to reject you and not listen to your prayers, right? So when we talk about him, we're talking about your soul, because him is your God. Your God is the possessive God, the small God that everybody has within themselves. All 9 point some billion of us have our own personal God that we could listen to. But since we do not listen to him, the soul then rejects you. Why does the soul reject you? Well, it's just more or less, if you're not listening to something, if you're not tuning into something, it looks like that. It feels like that. I honestly could talk a person through connecting to their soul through psychedelics, through root chakra work, through chakra work in general, right? But you gonna actually have to want, you gotta want to connect to your fucking soul. You gotta get past all of the bullshit. Like, you gotta be able to say, all right, this nigga, he not the nigga that I wanna, have kids with or no shit like that. but he the only person online talking about connecting to your soul consistently. I'm doing everything except connecting to my soul. Maybe I should try it out. It's not like I done wrote books about this type shit. Check my link tree. Get the book. Join the class. And connect to yourself. Why? Because you want your prayers heard. And when we pray to an imaginary God out into the world, that is not your God. That's everybody's God. You want to start to pray to your God and get your answers answered, your questions answered. And when we talk about soul realization, we're not talking about, hey, my soul has realized. At a very basic level, we're talking about getting what you want out of life. And you got to understand, for a man like me to talk the way that I've been talking, I wasn't always like this. I listen to young men and see young men. I was a lot like a lot of men out here that was not connected to their soul. I'm very grateful that my soul did not give up to me, that my soul did not reject me for this life. But it's a lot of people that are trying to connect to everybody, but not trying to connect to their soul. And when you sit back and double back, when you sit back and you double back and you think about it, like things go up, things go down, and you like, damn, how am I get it back up again? You don't want to even try. You just go back to getting a job. You just give up. The reason why you give up is because you was practicing sinful acts. You was putting people on pedestals that act like they can help you. Listen, I'm going to say this once. I'm going to say this twice. I'm going to keep saying it. I cannot fucking help you. I can't help you. All I can do is lead you to your soul. Your soul is then going to help you. 10 times out of 10, your soul is going to say, we need to get rid of all of this shit. All of this shit that you got set up is wrong. So once you get that download, 10 times out of 10, you're going to say no, and you're going to keep building incorrectly. Do you then now see why your soul rejects you? You're not ready to release. You're not ready to get rid of. I was in a nice neighborhood yesterday, and I was thinking how nobody in these nice houses is going to say, you know what? I'm moving back to the fucking ghetto because it's cheaper. Right? They're going to figure out a way to make it work. They're going to refinance their loan. They're going to figure out some shit, right? They not going to downgrade. The thing about the soul is it don't need no fucking mansion to express itself. So you could live modest. You can live smart and still be spiritually high, right? Or you can live in a mansion, right? People make 100K. You got to look like you make 100K. You got to live like you make 100K. So your rent is 5 G's. Your car note is about another 1,500. Right? And all your extracurricular activities, what? You making 100K and you end the year being $50,000 in debt. So you lost 50K out the year. Do you not understand why your soul going to reject you? Because what you going to do next year, you going to double down. You're not going to think, well, maybe I don't need to live in a $5,000 loft. Maybe I can live more in the suburbs, pay $1,500 for a 2-bedroom. Save $4,500. And who knows what I'll do? I'll start a compound. I'll build a business. I'll take my $100K, stack it, and do something. See, your soul will tell you to do some shit like that, but your sinful acts will say, I got this $100K, I'm gonna make these niggas know I got this $100K. These niggas know I got $100K because look at the car I'm driving. This is a Benz, nigga. You ain't driving no fucking Benz. Spirit is on me. No, spirit is not on you because you driving a Benz. Spirit is not on you because you making a lot of money. Especially if you spending money and not saving it. Why would your soul? So what I'm saying is you can live a high level spiritual life and not be the richest man in Babylon. You can be the richest man. You can be the richest woman. You can have the most popping business. But you don't have no leisure. You don't have no peace. You just serving. You serving everybody, but you don't serve you. It's 9.9 billion people down here. If you ever thought that a motherfucker incarnated into this world to make your motherfucking ass happy, let me just wake your ass up and say, no the fuck. That man was in your life to make your ass happy. That woman ain't in your life to make your ass happy. You down here to make your motherfucking self happy. And if you can't make your own self happy, that's a sinful act. You supposed to be happy all the fucking time because you have a soul. The reason that your motherfucking ass is not happy because you have not connected to your soul. You have not connected to the unlimited love within yourself. And I would say some of y'all don't even have it in you. And be careful with people who don't have it in them. Because if they don't have it in them and you have it within yourself, these motherfuckers going to come up and in their mind, they going to fucking hate you. They going to hate you for finding God within yourself. Because I found God within myself, that shit ain't going to help none of you niggas. It's not going to help nobody. It's not going to help my kids. It's not going to help my wife. It's not going to help nobody. It's going to help my mama, my daddy. It's only going to help me. And if my mama, daddy, wife, kids, friends, family wanted to help their motherfucking self, they would find God within the motherfucking self. It's nothing that I'm doing that's going to help nobody. Y'all need to get that through your heads. It's nothing that you going to do to connect to your God force energy that's going to uplift a motherfucker. It's only there to help your motherfucking self. And if you don't do that, nothing that you do is going to count. Nothing going to matter. You going to go to the pearly gates and talk about all the motherfuckers that you helped, but you didn't help your motherfucking self? How that even work? Because in the next lifetime, all the motherfuckers that you helped, you ain't even gonna know. But in this lifetime, if you connect to your soul, you're not gonna have to come back to this bitch as a baby. Just to fucking get a job or some weird shit. To be a fucking slave. Stop saying that you got a fucking job and call it what it is. You are a fucking slave. That is not your fucking supervisor. That's your fucking overseer. That nigga, the nigga that owned that company is your fucking slave master. He is not no fucking CEO. Call it how it is. You are the fucking help. Maybe then you will start recognizing your sinful acts that have alienated you from your God. Why you think your soul not going to give you a business idea? Why you think your soul gonna isolate you? Listen, every friend you talk to today about what happened to them with their family, with their job, is the same person that your soul have brought into your life that y'all can start a business together. But since y'all not going to talk about that, you just want to talk about, oh, this bitch did this. Oh, this bitch did that. I can't believe that bitch. Whatever gossipy friend you got, y'all need to stop gossiping and start working on a business together. How about that? But even deeper, you are not going to be able to manipulate, to alter, to change people, to force people to do what you want them to do. Only thing you can do is find peace within yourself. Find wisdom within yourself. When you find wisdom within yourself by connecting to your God, you're able to see how every mistake you make, every negative thing that happens is a result of being disconnected from your God. Connecting to your God allows you to heal that part of you that have been alienated for all of these times. Stop idolizing, worshiping other human beings. I don't care who they is, what they did. Start getting in tune with your soul through clarity, meditation, purging, releasing, water, cleansing. Clean up your room, clean up your house, clean up your area, clean up your cardboard box. If you are a homeless person living in a tent, it's not an excuse to feel bad because you are alive. Because you are alive means that you have a soul. You have a God. If you are alive, you can go deep within penetrate into your solar plexus, find a thing within yourself that's keeping you alive. If you connect to this energy within yourself, it's going to be comparable to feeling great. You always have an option or availability to feel great. You're never going to feel great if you rely on other people, places, and things to feel great. Maybe for a moment, maybe for a season, but ultimately, when the season change, when the moment is over, when that person leaves, when that place changes, when that thing is no longer the thing you thought it was to be, then you're going to feel bad. This is an emotional roller coaster that Vivian Green used to talk about in her 90s, early 2000s smash R&B song. To whereas you need to get off of that emotional roller coaster and get a level of clarity, a level of balance, a level of sanity. Meaning that this clarity allows me to go deep within myself to find my God. You don't find your God by, I am your God, Lord God. That ain't shit, right? That's not shit. You find your God, you find your ancestors, you find your spirit, you find your fucking guardian angels by feeling. You have to feel the soul. You can't feel the soul without clarity. Okay? So hopefully that was something that y'all could rock with for the 1 time and the 2 time. What I would like to say before I get out of here, if I could say it, maybe I can't. Maybe I can't. I just wanted to show you guys. Well, anyways, link in the description. Get into the root chakra Kundalini activation. Takes place Sunday, December 3rd. We're going to get into the minutia details of the root chakra, how to activate it, how to get in. So all week, we talking about getting in tune with your soul through activation of root chakra. Give you a little taste, little drizzle of components of what we're going to be talking about, so you don't just go into the class like, I don't know what to expect. I want you to know what to expect. So as I have a more or less of the lecture already mapped out, but I'm giving like the first openings, and I'm just kind of like freestyling. More or less, the lecture is going to be more detailed, more of a point for point understanding, much more of a educational. But this is more of me just being communicative to you in reference to the information. So even if you don't join the class, you could at least tune into these lives that I'll be doing every day in reference to the information that will assist you. But like I said, if you want more, if these videos ain't enough, join the class taking place Sunday, December 3rd. Click the link in the bio. And also get the book, because over these next, I don't know if we're going to do every 2 weeks or every month, but at least over these next months, we already got the textbook, which like a lot of online classes, they'll just talk your head off. But the only difference that I can say, like, I literally wrote the book that we gonna be following, so it's gonna be ill like that. So yeah, man, I just want to do this for the collective, because I feel like the collective, this will be something really necessary for the collective to have a root foundation. And when we do all of the chakras, generally people sign up for the root chakra and the third eye chakra the most, even though we deal with all of the chakras. So I'll just put the call out, like, even if you don't get into all of the chakras, make sure you get into this root chakra, because it is the most important chakra. If you're not grounded, if you're not connected into the overall matrix, then you're going to be lost in the sauce. You got to think, it's 9.9 billion people. We all not crashing into people. Why are we not crashing into people? It's because we all have our own specific path that averts all crashes, right? Universe got the planets orbiting, because electromagnetic energy is very strong, very powerful. When you tap into your own electromagnetic energy, you will be able to find your path, right? And enthusiasm just simply means the God within. So if you think of a person that's enthusiastic, meaning that they feel great. Why do they feel great? It's because God is within them. So I'll leave you with this. Understand, if you don't take nothing from this, God is within you, and it is your job to find it. And if you don't spend the time to find the God within you, you wasting a lot of time doing a lot of bullshit. All right? Peace.